Welcome to Rediscovering America. Your time is precious, and when you want to plan a vacation, you need professional help to guide you through the steps that you might not find on the internet by yourself. Visit zmichelsontravel.com and get started today. I'm Jay Lawrence.
And this is Z. Michaelson.
Welcome to Rediscovering America with Jay Lawrence and Z. Michaelson.
Hey, you know what?
What?
We have a special guest in our audience today, right here in our studio.
And we also are going to have the traveling trivia question towards the middle of the program. So
always
don't want to
the
forget
trivia
that.
question. Yes, you're not going to want to forget it.
So we're rediscovering America, and we've got a special guest. But what state are we going? What state other than confusion are we in?
You're in always a state of confusion. What we're actually doing is we're rediscovering America during the holidays.
Yes.
And so we've been to New York, we've been to Los Angeles. We're going to zip right back down here to the wonderful state of Florida,
where we reside.
And nothing says Christmas more than Disney. So we brought in our local Disney enthusiast, Jerry Norden.
Welcome, Jerry Norden.
Hi, how you doing?
All right.
Now, Jerry's going to tell us all about Disney during the holiday season because, of course, Disney does it right when it comes to the holidays. So we're going to kind of let you take over the mic a little bit. I don't know if that's dangerous or not.
It probably is, but
Is it contagious?
do I have to give it back at the end?
So because it's such a large facility, it's such a large entertainment venue, and so many people can come here from all across the world.
I have a question.
No.
Oh, he's raising his hand?
Already.
You make him raise his hand, really?
When you say large, how large is Disney World? Because some people just think it's a little theme park. So how big is Disney World?
47 square miles, twice the size of Manhattan Island.
Holy mackerel.
It's just a little park.
Just a little thing. A little corner of in the world, right? Yes.
And now we know that there are 4 definite parks.
And 4 theme parks, right?
4 theme parks, and
Plus
they
all
are
kinds of outside things.
Let's do the 4. Let me hear the 4 theme parks first. Who are they?
Well, we've got Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
There is Epcot. There's Hollywood Studios. And of course, the inimitable Magic Kingdom.
And the Magic Kingdom that everybody knows. Now, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we can talk about the Magic Kingdom, and there's also 23 different resorts on the property that some of them have special ways of celebrating the holidays.
Is that all? Just 23?
Just 23. If you were to stay in a different hotel room, suite, villa, cabin, or campsite on the property every night, it would take you over 110 years to stay in them all.
Oh,
wow.
My goodness.
I guess we better get started, huh?
Yes. We can pick a night. Everybody pick a night. So tell us a little bit about Magic Kingdom and what they do for the holiday season.
Well, Magic Kingdom is, of course, the most visited theme park on the entire planet Earth. And so a lot of people focus their attention on that all the time. And so Magic Kingdom always steps up to the plate with some really incredible stuff. We have, of course, the big deal, and we'll talk about that in a moment, is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which takes place on certain nights during the year, during the holiday season. But aside from that, the decorations are up.
I was just going to say, tell me a little bit about the decorations.
Decorations. Well, people who have visited Magic Kingdom before will actually be a little surprised at the decorations on Main Street this time.
Why?
They had to do away with the garlands that normally go across the street because one of these floats in the afternoon parade, the fire-breathing dragon,
I love that float.
Was too tall for the garlands, and so they had to make it sort of a different look. And it doesn't go continuously across the street; it comes up off the street posts and the lamp posts as sort of look like gatings.
So this is another good reason, if you've been to the Magic Kingdom during the holiday season, to revisit see the new look.
Absolutely. There's all kinds of wonderful new... And, of course, the plaza in front of the castle has been completely reworked.
How so?
They've cleared out all of the trees. They've moved the hub a little wider. It was all purposed for making this castle more visible from the hub, the circle in front of the castle where everyone stands to watch the fireworks.
So it was all to become part of a major scenery picture.
Yeah, and it's all rethemed that way too. It all looks like the extension of the castle comes out into the what they call the hub, the circular area in front of the castle.
So that circle is still there, right?
It's there. Oh, yes, very much so. Yes, but it's much larger, more open, giving a much greater view to the castle.
Can we stand on the steps to watch the fireworks or the parade?
The steps.
Well, the wall around.
No, they are sort of towers that extend the theming out into it without actually being. They're not something that you can be involved with physically.
I think we're going to have to take Jay over to Disney. He hasn't been there for a while.
Yes.
Now tell us about, because it is always the holiday season when you go down to Disney anyway, and the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party takes place on various nights between the beginning of November and up until the week before Christmas. It's a separate ticketed event, what the company calls a hard ticketed event. You have to buy a separate ticket for that.
But there's lots of things going on.
Lots of things. They have of course, the big parade, the Christmas parade.
Which is separate from the parade you were just talking about with the dragon.
Yes, that's the afternoon parade. The Christmas parade during the parties runs, of course, at night because the parties start at 7 o'clock in the evening and run till midnight. And it's run twice in the evening. And I have to say that in my own humble opinion, the running of the parade during the Christmas party at night is a lot better than it is during the day.
Now, I remember way back when, I don't know if they still have it, so maybe you can answer this question. Do they still do cookie and hot chocolate?
They still do the cookies and the hot chocolate, yes. Absolutely.
Where do you get that?
There are several places around the park, and the park is totally involved with the party. It's not just one little section. It's the whole park is given over to theming. You see all your characters in their holiday garb. Your favorite characters are there. There's stage shows. There's a big one, of course, on the stage in front of the castle. And there's also one over in Tomorrowland. I'm trying to remember let's see, I've got some notes here. I want to make sure I get the names right here. Well,
while you're looking at your notes, everybody's going to say, is there a tree?
There is a tree. Now, the tree does not normally get put up immediately in Town Square because they do I'm giving away a secret here, but the Christmas parade that you see on Christmas morning every day at the Magic Kingdom is actually videotaped many, many weeks beforehand. And they don't put the tree up because of the camera shots. Right. So for the first week or so, when the decorations are all up, that tree is not there. And then once they finish filming the parade, which they do on several successive days, then the tree is up.
And another good reason to go back to the Magic Kingdom for the holidays.
That's right, exactly. So that tree gets placed overnight. It takes about 6.5 or 7 hours to assemble. It comes in on a big crane in pieces, and it's stuck right there where normally if you were there during non-holiday time, it's where the park bench where Roy and Minnie are sitting.
Right, which is basically in the front.
Yeah, and that gets moved. Yeah, it's over to Town Square, and then the park bench gets moved over to the side in front of the City Hall during that time.
Okay, did you find that information that you were looking for?
No. I threw him off.
Okay,
I threw him off with the tree.
Go ahead. I'll just keep looking here.
Well, we talked about walking in and walking on down Main Street and all the decorations. Right. What about Fantasyland? Is there different sets of decorations for Fantasyland?
No, the main decorations for the park are actually done on Main Street. There are some small things like some of the stores will be given over to some holiday decorations.
And speaking of stores, there is one store that's open year-round on Disney property that sells all holiday decorations.
That's over at Disney Springs, yes.
No. They're the actual store inside.
Oh, in Magic Kingdom.
In Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, oh, yes, right. That's behind Liberty Tree Tavern. Yes, that's correct. And then there's
I spent a long time in Liberty Tree Tavern.
Did you really? Yes. That's going through a major refurbishment right now.
Yes, I know.
It'll be back in a little while.
I can't wait to see it.
Let's see here. Oh, yes. So we were talking about the entertainment in the parks during the holiday season. There is, of course, the Celebrate the Season show, which is on the castle stage in front of the castle. There's also Holiday Wishes, which is the big fireworks display that takes place during the time that the parties are running, Holiday Wishes is only done during the parties.
Okay.
But as we get into the week before, leading up to Christmas, and then through Christmas into New Year's, the Holiday Wishes fireworks display will be done every night.
Every night, nightly. Okay.
And then there's also over in Tomorrowland, there's a big show over there called the Totally Tomorrowland Christmas, featuring Buzz Lightyear and Mike Wazowski and Stitch and a couple of things.
Ooh. And of course, Mike Wazowski is from
Monsters Inc. That's correct, yes.
So you said the fireworks throughout the week of Christmas and after. Does that mean you don't need a special ticket for that time?
That's right. We'll run the parade. The Christmas parade will be run twice during the daytime in Magic Kingdom, replacing the normal afternoon parade. And then at night, it will be the original nighttime parade, which is the Main Street Electrical Parade. Okay, so
which is Jay's favorite.
Oh, my heart.
Yes, both of those.
Twitter my heart. Twitter my heart.
Now,
Go
and on top of all that, I don't know, for people who haven't been to the Magic Kingdom in quite some time,
right.
The castle gets a big makeover during the holiday season.
If I remember it correctly, doesn't it look like icicles?
Yes,
and
it
stuff
does.
Like that?
Yes, and since Frozen has moved into the popularity neighborhood, it has the whole lighting of the castle has turned into a theming based around the Frozen characters, Anna, Elsa, and the of course.
I love the moose.
Yeah, the moose and the snowman, and
Olaf.
Olaf. They do a special lighting of the castle, which includes this amazing.
Now, do they do that every night, or is it just
night.
during Very Merry Mickey?
No, it's done every single night. In fact, they do that before the party starts, so that everyone can see it before they leave the park.
Oh,
if they
cool.
don't have a party ticket.
Now, that's something that people aren't aware of. That yes, you can go to the park during the day,
right,
if you don't have a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas ticket. And then the park will close to those people, and then only the Very Merry Mickey ticket holders will come in.
Well, no, actually, the ticket holders for the party can come in starting at 4:00.
Right.
But you get a special wristband.
Right.
And then if you don't have that wristband, then you are asked to leave the park after 7:00.
Right, because some people think they can't even, like if they come down for the week and then Mickey's party is going on Tuesday, they think they can't go to the park that morning.
No, the park is absolutely welcoming everyone, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So there's so much to do at Disney,
Right.
particularly Magic Kingdom during the holiday season. It does look like Christmas. They make it look like Christmas. I don't know if they still do the Snope. Do they still do the Snope?
Yes, Snope is done on Main Street for the parties.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. They will get that set up, and that'll start falling at 7:00 at night.
Oh my goodness!
Right.
Now, do I need to wear my winter coat to be a part of that?
No, it is not snow in the truest sense of the word. We call it Snope, and we'll just leave it at that.
Right. Let people imagine what it is.
Just don't try to catch it on your tongue.
Well,
that's
they bring in the Hollywood essence, and now we're going to probably be taking a break in a few minutes, and we're going to be coming back with places that they can actually stay when they come down to
and
visit.
the stuff that's going on in the resorts. That's correct.
Great.
But I've got one more question for the Magic Kingdom.
Yes, what is that?
You need to tell me a little bit about Fantasyland, the new things that have happened there since I last talked to you.
Now, the Fantasyland went through a major refurbishment and growth spurt. They've done all kinds of new attractions, and some old attractions have gotten new and fancier.
Well, don't just tease us. What kind of new attractions?
Oh, you mean you don't want to just go and find out? Okay, all right. Well, first of all, you remember Dumbo used to be behind the carousel.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
They moved him over to where Mickey's Toontown used to be.
Right.
And that has been rethemed as the Storybook Circus.
Right.
With all kinds of new theming
now,
back
isn't
there.
there 2 Dumbo rides?
That's right. They've added a second Dumbo. We refer to them as dueling Dumbos.
Dueling Dumbos.
On top of that, they've added a bunch of new attractions back there. There is, of course, the centerpiece of it is the new roller coaster, which is called the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train
And
Ride.
I still haven't been able to get on that.
The line usually goes about anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. Sometimes you need to get a fast
pass it.
You can't fast pass that. And then behind the Snow White Seven Dwarfs Mine Train Ride, there is the new attraction, the Under the Sea Adventures of Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
And then the Enchanted Tales with Belle, which is a wonderful interaction.
And they have that restaurant over there, too.
And then the big restaurant, the Beast Castle. If those of you who have seen the movie Beauty and the Beast, you remember that beautiful scene that they digitally created
Where they
a
dance?
ballroom. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, they built that ballroom back there.
Oh,
so
my
you can actually
And it's not digitally recreated,
No,
it's
right there.
actual.
And then another ride that has left, that was Snow White's Scary Adventure, is gone, and in its place is called the Princess Fairy Tale Hall, where you can actually meet princesses there and have a permanent
And
location
they
for
have
that.
quite a few more princesses that they added to their list of princesses.
Well, on one side you can see Cinderella and Rapunzel, and on the other side it's Anna and Elsa.
All right, it's going to be time for the traveling trivia question. And Z. Michaelson, what is the traveling trivia question for today?
Okay, you ready for this?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle this.
I'm going to hold back and see if you guys can come up with it.
Okay, who starred in over 130 films and just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1978, and he was the first of his kind to get this star?
Oh, really?
Was it Rin Tin Tin? Was it Mickey Mouse? Or was it Lassie?
All right. So we'll have the answer to the traveling trivia question in just a few moments. But right now, we're going to take a little break.
Hi, this is Jerry Norden from ZMAX Radio. You've listened to our podcasts. Now maybe you'd like some music. Let me tell you about ZMAX Radio. We play a wide variety of your kind of music 24/7. Music hits of the 80s, 90s, and today, plus a little of the 70s that are light and bright. And catch me, Jerry Norden, getting around. It's a great mix of music, and you don't have to do the mixing. ZMAX Radio. Music, travel tips and information, and it's free. ZMAX Radio at zmaxradio.com.
Planning your vacation? Hi, I'm Z. Michaelson from the J&Z Show. I can help you plan your trip from start to finish. Call me today at 352-874-4724 or just check out my website, zmichelsontravel.com. That's Z-Z-E-E, Michaelson, M-I-C-H-A-E-L-S-O-N, travel.com.
All right. I cannot wait to find out the answer to the traveling trivia question. I'm Jay Lawrence,
And this is Z. Michelson, and we have our special guest.
Hi, Jerry Norden sitting in.
as we're rediscovering America
So-
for the holidays.
So I'm going to pose this question to Jerry.
Duh.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Disney himself.
So Mr. Disney himself, do you think you know the answer to that question? Who starred in over 130 films and just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1978 and was the first of his kind?
Who? What are the choices?
It is Rin Tin Tin, Mickey Mouse, and Lassie.
Well, I gotta say, considering the conversation that we've been having here today, I'm going to take a wild guess that it's probably Mickey Mouse.
It is absolutely Mickey Mouse. He was the first character to actually get his star on the Walk of Fame.
I see. Okay, there we go. Okay. 130 films. I don't think Lassie and Rin Tin Tin together made 130 films.
No, I think Rin Tin Tin had like 130 series
Yeah,
episodes, but not
maybe.
movies.
Yes.
Right.
Wow.
All right. So we're
So
going to talk
Mickey's
about.
famous.
Well, yeah, you think?
He's a star.
That's right. And literally, right there on Hollywood Boulevard.
We're rediscovering America and great places to go, and especially for the holidays. Disney World pops up as what, the number one attraction in the world?
Probably.
Yeah,
Magic
it's
Kingdom is
definitely
certainly
in the top 10. That's for sure.
That's right. A lot of people visit that place. They sure do.
So we were at the Magic Kingdom, and now we're going to talk about what's our opportunities.
No, we're going to talk about where everybody can stay.
That's what I said.
The resorts
Opportunities.
around the property do a lot of wonderful decorating for the holidays. Some are just rethemed. Animal Kingdom Lodge has a beautiful tree that ggets put up in their lobby every year.
And that is a very big lobby.
It's a very big lobby, 6 stories tall. Yes.
So how big is the tree?
The tree is 50, if I remember correctly, 55 feet tall.
Wow.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
That's
it
a
almost
big one.
reaches the ceiling.
It does, yes.
Yeah, that's a big one, all right.
All right. Now, you said how many resorts are on the Disney property?
There are 23 themed resorts. And some of them, all of them get decorated for the holidays in one form or another. It's just a lot of fun to go around, visit them. They actually have a tour that you can take.
That was my next question. Can they actually get on one of the Disney buses and take a little tour around all the different
Well,
resorts?
you can do a self-guided one if you want. Just hop on the Disney transportation, buses, boats, and monorails, and hop around and just hang out in your favorite resorts and take lots of pictures. But there is an actual tour that you can book that will take you around to several of the resorts, and also will take you back and show you where all of the stuff for the holidays is kept backstage.
Oh, so they give you a little backstage
tour as well.
That's kind of cool.
I think I would rather just go to the resort. Sometimes I think I've enjoyed myself more by just going to a resort than going to a theme park.
There's lots of wonderful things going around.
Now,
and
where is because my mind is fading. Where is the gingerbread house put in?
I know.
Well, there are two of them.
Oh no!
Actually, okay.
That's why my memory is fading.
One of them is the gingerbread and cookie shop, which is over at the Disney Boardwalk.
Okay.
You actually step into the shop and you get your gingerbread there. There is a frozen gingerbread world at the Contemporary based on the Frozen. And then also over at the Grand Floridian is the life-size gingerbread house, which is itself a store.
And it's amazing because you walk into that lobby and you can smell the gingerbread.
Absolutely. On top of all that, we also, non-gingerbread theming, we have over at the Beach Club a beautiful holiday carousel that is put up there every single year.
Now, is this a for show carousel, or can the kids ride on it?
No. This is an edible carousel.
An edible carousel, even better.
You can admire the incredible and delicious details of this handcrafted carousel confection, featuring chocolate and fondant ponies, elaborate handcrafted snowflakes, and a gingerbread castle.
So, can people eat it later on?
No. That has been sitting around for a couple of weeks. No, probably not. And then over at the Yacht Club, they have a beautiful miniature vintage train that goes around through a candy-coated village set in the Rock Candy mountain range.
Oh, wow.
Those are all throughout. Now, over at the Wilderness Lodge and Fort Wilderness Campground, they have sleigh rides. They are sleighs, but they run on wheels that are horse-drawn, and you can take a ride up and down the
Now, a lot of people don't realize that they do have those, I call them log cabin-esques. They have the log cabins over there.
There are the cabins in the campground,
They come in and people come in and actually decorate for the holidays, and they put their
goodness
things
gracious.
on.
Yes.
Yeah, so they actually make it their home away from home.
There is a wonderful experience you can have that is totally free for anyone who wants to. Head on over to the campground and hop on one of the buses that does the circuit around, and you will see the decorations that the campers have done themselves, not only on the cabins, but also on their RVs and campsites around the entire thing. There are some that are just... They have groups of people who have stayed at the same campsite every single year for year after year, and they bring their own generators down to power their Christmas decorations. Yes.
Now, one of the things that I know, and I do recommend for everybody, if you're coming down with your RV, I recommend that if you want to come down next year at this time, book now.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yes, because those things book up really, really fast, especially during the holidays.
And they do have accommodations for all size RVs and motorhomes.
Yes,
you just have to let them know what size you're coming in with.
That's right. Be very specific about what you're bringing in. They'll try to put you into a campsite that'll be appropriate for your size.
What if I've got a tent?
There is tent camping as well. They've got a couple of camping loops that are just for tents. There's no RVs at all.
Just for the ones that want to rough it.
That's right.
I don't know how much roughing you do on Disney property.
Well, no, it's not really rough. No, that's true. That's true. But there's also, if you're staying in the resorts, the actual hotel resorts, there's lots of stuff you can do as well. There are actually holiday celebrations you can book for your room. And
such as?
The Disney florist will actually come in. Well, the mind boggles at what you can get. But the Disney florist group will come into your room and actually decorate your room for the holidays.
I heard they will even put up a tree.
Yes. Well, you can get there are floral packages that include small trees.
Right.
So you can have the tree right there in your room.
So you can have Christmas right there in your room on Disney property.
Yes. And then, of course, Santa will help you deliver any packages that you want delivered from, when you bring them down. own. You can have them shipped to the resort, and the resort will hold them until you want them brought into
Now,
the room.
I also hear that they have packages for the children if you want one of the characters to tuck in the kids and things like that. So they have different packages that are available.
Characters do not do room calls anymore. There might have been a time way back when that happened, but the characters, they do have character meet and greets during the holidays in the lobbies of the resorts.
So they do have the meet and greets.
Yes, at special times they will come in and they will do meet and greets different characters. But as far as in-room character visits, those are not being done anymore.
They're not being done anymore.
All right, are we missing?
I guess too many people wanted the characters to come.
Well, yes, they wouldn't have time to do anything else, right?
Poor Goofy, poor Mickey, poor Pluto.
Are we missing? Are we missing any of the resorts that we haven't mentioned? I mean, you've mentioned
there's quite a
23.
few.
Yeah. Well, of course, the lobbies of the deluxe resorts are amazing when they're decorated. Wilderness Lodge puts on quite a show as well. The Grand Floridian has its own beautiful tree, as well as the in-lobby gingerbread store. And of course, there's the Grand Floridian also has the live entertainment, the live band up there in the lobby, and contemporary. Their big tree is outside the hotel, and it's quite a spectacular tree.
It's almost as big as the hotel.
Yeah, it's a beautiful tree. That's outside the hotel. But there's all kinds of happenings going on, events going on. And like I said, the larger hotels, the deluxe hotels, they will have actual character meet and greets, the characters coming in. And you can check with the entertainment schedules at the various hotels to find out when those will be.
So if people are looking for a fabulous experience for the holiday season, think Disney.
Yes.
Just sitting here listening to you, the local Disney enthusiast that you are, my mouth is just wide open. That's why I haven't been able to say anything.
And it's fun for every age. That's even better. If it's just you and your husband or your wife, you can go yourselves. You don't have to have a tribe of little children with you. You can do it and have fun.
And you don't have to go into the parks. There's so much stuff going on. We're going to be discussing at another time the other parks that, of course, but we're also going to be talking about Disney Springs, which used to be known as Downtown Disney. Changed the name, and we'll be talking about that as well.
Okay, I'd like to mention one other thing that you brought up, and it's something I've just never thought of, is taking the buses from resort to resort. That's a unique idea.
Yes, you can hop on a bus at one of the 4 theme parks or Disney Springs and take it to a resort, and then come back to a hub and go off to another resort. Or there's the monorail going around the lake in front of the Magic Kingdom. You can catch that to the various hotels around there.
It makes it so much easier for people to travel within the Disney properties.
Instead of having to get in your car and drive back and forth, in and out.
No matter how many times I go to Disney, I still get lost because it's so big. How big did you say it was again?
47 square miles.
Right. I still get lost riding around there.
It actually encompasses 2 state counties.
Wow.
In Florida.
Wow.
Orange and Osceola County.
So let them do the driving. Let the driving be them.
We're going to hear more about Disney next week as we rediscover America?
Yes, we are.
All right. Until next week, I'm Jay Lawrence.
I'm Jerry Norden. Happy holidays, everyone.
And this is Z. Michaelson, helping you rediscover America.